5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Anchor Practically. I am Ari.
Chris.
Like I said, welcome back to Anchor Practically. For those who are new, what's up? If y'all are watching us on YouTube, make y'all like, comment, subscribe, make sure y'all turn y'all notification bell on. So y'all are notified when we post. We post on Mondays and Thursdays. Sometimes YouTube's algorithm be messing up, so y'all make sure y'all come back and check on Mondays and Thursdays because we have posted. For those who are listening to us audio wise on Apple Podcasts or on Google Play, what's up? Make sure y'all rate us so we can get on other people's recommended page. Y'all know we start our podcast off with our facts of the day. Today is May 20th, 2021, and I am going to start y'all off with the facts, and Chris is going to finish it out. So today is International Red Sneakers Day. Each year on May 20th, International Red Sneakers Day marks a growing movement with the mission to save the lives of those with food allergies, while also sharing the story and the memory of a boy who loved red sneakers. Food allergies come in many forms. While one person's body will have a deadly reaction to nuts, another allergy will be shellfish. The common issue is that both are life-threatening conditions. International Red Sneakers Day promotes improved awareness of all food allergies and support for those who have them. Energetic and athletic 11-year-old Oakley Debs inspired the observance. He had a tree nut and peanut allergy. He loved red sneakers. Sadly, he is also a testament that allergies kill. In November of 2016, Oakley died after eating a slice of cake made with walnut extract. So this is how you raise awareness for nuts and stuff for allergies. So education and awareness. Speak with your physicians about proper administration of Enfamine when anaphylins occupies and carry to auto injectors. Raise awareness, involve your community in campaigns and outreach, include coaches, teachers, co-workers, family members. Advocacy, improve access to care from diagnosis to treatment, right to state and federal legislators for support. Allergy conscious cooking, making sure it is easy for those with allergies to identify safe foods, support easy to read labels and food protocols in restaurants. So y'all be super duper careful with people who have food allergies. I know when we were in school, they made sure that nobody had peanut allergies just in case kids were bringing stuff into class. Super important to make sure that everyone is being super duper safe. So next fact is National Be a Millionaire Day. Celebrates the idea of being a millionaire and a day to start taking steps to turn dreams into a reality by making plans for your future. I feel like that's self-explanatory. It's a good day. Next is National Pick Strawberries Day. I'm not really a huge fan of strawberries, but for those who do like strawberries, it's National Pick Strawberries Day. Y'all can go to the grocery store, get y'all some strawberries, and eat them up on that day. Next fact is National Rescue Dog Day. According to the ASPCA, approximately 3.3 million dogs enter shelters every year. When these abandoned and abused animals find their way to a shelter, each one needs a forever home and their potential is limitless. Rescue dogs often overcome extreme obstacles, and yet they provide comfort, security, and a friendship as family pets. Rescue dogs provide a variety of therapeutic benefits too. Children, teens, and adults with autism may benefit from services provided by trained rescue dogs. As emotional support companions, rescue dogs help to relieve anxiety, depression, and PTSD among the military of those who suffer from mental illness. So if you want to get involved in the lives of rescue dogs, here are some ways. Volunteer at your local shelter, taking dogs for walks, grooming, and giving them plenty of affection, improving their socialization. Shelters always need donations. Financial donations are always welcome. Most shelters have a list of constant needs such as blankets, bleach, toys, treats, and leashes. If there's room in your life for a rescue dog, consider adoption and giving one a forever home. Consider fostering. Many dogs abandoned in shelters require some medical care or rehabilitation in home setting before an adoption can take place. Remember to spay and neuter your pets. Overpopulation is the number one reason shelters exist. So y'all go ahead, y'all go out there if y'all like pets, y'all go rescue a dog. that's probably the best way to go and get an animal, is to rescue your pet. I've had, I cannot remember if either one of my dogs that I had were rescue dogs. I think my first dog, neither of my dogs are rescue dogs, but I would make it a point to my next dog will most definitely be a rescue dog, because they need love too. So on to our Black history fact of the day. Hit them with it.
All right, so the Black History Fact of the day is the Freedom Riders mob in Montgomery, Alabama. On May 20th, 1961, 19 Freedom Riders traveling by bus through the South to challenge segregation laws were brutally attacked by a white mob at the Montgomery, Alabama downtown Greyhound station. Several days before, on May 16th, the rioters forced mob violence in Birmingham so serious that it threatened to prematurely end their campaign. The Freedom Riders were initially organized by the Congress of Racial Equality Corps, but after the Birmingham attacks on an interracial group of 22 Tallahassee college students known as the Nashville Student Movement, volunteered to take over and continue to ride through Alabama and Mississippi to New Orleans. These new Freedom Riders reached Birmingham on May 17th, but were immediately arrested and returned to Tennessee by Birmingham police. Undeterred, the riders and additional reinforcements from Tennessee returned to Birmingham on May 18th, under pressure from the federal government. Alabama Governor John Patterson agreed to authorize state and city police to protect the riders during the journey from Birmingham to Montgomery. At the Montgomery city limits, state police abandoned the riders' bus. The riders continued to the bus station unescorted and found no police protection waiting when they arrived. Montgomery Public Safety Commissioner L.B. Sullivan had promised the Ku Klux Klan several minutes to attack the riders without police interference. The riders' arrival was met by a mob of several hundred angry white people armed with baseball bats, hammers, and pipes. Montgomery police watched as the mob first attacked reporters and then turned on the riders. Several were seriously hurt, including a white college student named Jim Zerg and future United States Congressman John Lewis. John Segenthaler, and an aide to Attorney General Robert Kennedy, was knocked unconscious. Ignored by ambulances, 2 injured riders were saved by Good Samaritans who transported them to nearby hospitals.
I think that's a mess. That's ridiculous. Y'all get informed on the Freedom Riders. They were pivotal in the time that everything was going on in that moment. This was a huge moment in history. People saw this on TV. I believe if I'm right or wrong, I think this scene was actually in The Butler. With the Freedom Riders. I think it was. So I think his son was on that bus. Was a part of Freedom Riders. But yeah, man. Y'all get super duper informed on Black History. We are always gonna hit y'all with a Black History fact. To keep everybody informed on what's going on with our history. Continue to inform y'all on our history because it's super duper important. And in addition to that, we're going to inform y'all on other histories too, rather that be in our destination game when y'all are, given different countries, city states, and continents. We're always going to make sure that we're giving love to everybody, not just our culture, but it's super duper important to us that we still get people to understand our culture and to inform people on events that has happened in our culture. So on to our main topic, we're going to be talking about the millionaire status. Last week, well, kind of really last week and this week, even though it's been a week, Chris and I have been having a conversation about stuff that's been going on with public figures in the media lately, when it comes to the millionaire status and how people portray themselves or people think that they have certain privileges because they're a millionaire. So that's what we're going to talk about today. First question is, when you have money, are you more enticed to cheat?
Easy. Yes. You do. You do.
Explain.
I mean, it's really kind of it's really easy to explain because it's like the more money you get, the more problems you have. So it's like if you're a millionaire or you're a billionaire, I mean, you always gonna have problems with people with their hand out or women that only want you for your money, and all type of other stuff come with it. Fake people, people that try to set you up. It's just a bunch of stuff that come with it. So it's like if if you a millionaire, let's say like before you become a millionaire, you got a type of like a type, like let's say you like light skins or say you like brown skins, right? All right, cool. So let's say you end up you dating a white girl, okay? So she helps you get put on, and you get in a better spot. Now you're a millionaire, right? So you getting all of this money. Now let's say your types come meet you, like they come to up to you in the club or they come up to you like outside or whatever. 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying everybody gonna cheat, but you gonna probably talk to that girl. Or you gonna flirt with her, or you gonna however y'all some dudes do it. Every dude is different, but you are kind of more enticed to cheat when you do have a lot of money, because you could get pretty much any female that you want or any guy that you want, whatever your preference is. So
This one's hard.
my pop said,
But yeah. Um I don't think the amount of money that you have entices you to cheat. I don't think you're like that gives you a reason to cheat. To me, it doesn't. If you respect your relationship and you respect who you are as a person, I don't think the amount of money, just because women are throwing themselves at you or men are throwing themselves at you, that entitles you to cheat. You're going to be tempted for sure, most definitely. But that does not entitle you to cheat
nobody said entitled.
or
Entice you.
entices you.
Tempt, yes. That's exactly what it is. If I'm not saying it's right, it's wrong. I mean, cheating is wrong in any shape or any fashion. But when you have a certain amount of money and people know that you have a certain amount of money, I mean, all your dreams, all your wildest fantasies literally are placed right in front of you. You have everything you need, everything you want, everything you desire. So I'm not saying that every millionaire, every billionaire needs to cheat. Like, no, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that you will be more enticed to cheat because everything is placed in front of you. Like, you already have everything on the flip side, like car, a big house, all the amenities that you want in your house. You have all of that chains, rings, diamonds, all that. You have all of that. You got a good woman, cool. You got babies, that's cool. But you gotta look at the other side of the life. You got all these different type of models. You got all these different types of just things that are going to put you in a bad predicament. Like, say for instance, look at CJ, so cool. This man is losing his goddamn mind on the internet. I mean, let's be honest. He's losing his mind. This
He is
man,
losing
he's
his
not
mind.
giving up the internet. He's not giving up the internet. But at the same time, even CJ said in his interview, he said, yes, I cheated on my girl, but I'm not a cheater. I understood what he meant, but but listen, he just didn't say it correctly. He's saying basically, okay, I cheated on my girl. Right. I did it. I cheated on her. But he's basically saying, okay, but I'm not a cheater. I don't sit here and, what I'm saying, go look to go cheat on my girl. It happened. Why did it happen? Because he has money. Most of these females nowadays only want money, and some of these dudes too. That's how it works in this society. I don't know why, but it just does. If I got $1,000,000, best believe I got people calling my phone, texting me that I'm not even cool with. That's gonna hit me up, be like, "Oh man, like man, let's go out on a party, let's go party, man, let's go link up, let's go do this, let's go do that." Like, I mean, Okay, you go do all of that, right? You're gonna end up making a mistake, or they gonna try to set you up so you can lose everything.
Yeah.
It's all like a game.
But you have to be well aware those people are not your friends for a reason. So you even you even considering going to go hang out with them shouldn't even, if they ask, shouldn't even be in the picture. But back to what you said about, on one side, them having the money, the cars, the house, the family, the wife, the relationship, but then on the other side we're talking about models and all type of stuff. Why are you, if you have everything in the world, y'all, why are you reaching on the other side?
That's not reaching on the other side. That's the other side. That's the reality. It's not all sunshine and rainbow just because you got money. It's not always, you're not.
No, it's not going to be. No,
how do you know you're
be
happy in your relationship? How will we know if a millionaire happy in his relationship? We wouldn't know that.
No,
or
no, we wouldn't know that.
He, she.
Right,
we
would not know that. But still, it's like, for me, it's more than just you stepping out and cheating or people enticing you to cheat. It's more about you having respect for yourself and having respect for the relationship you're in. And in addition, if you have kids that are involved in that relationship as well, you not only are thinking for yourself, you're thinking about everyone that's in the circle with you. You're standing in the middle and everyone else is around you. So you have to be well aware of what is going on.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. They do need to have a certain amount of self-respect for themselves. But you're going to be tempted no matter how much money you have. I'm not promoting cheating. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is no matter, basically, the bigger your bank account it gets, the more problems you have in life.
Yes, I agree with that.
So therefore, it's not even about not having respect for your significant other or having respect for the relationship or not having respect for your kids. It's not that. It's deeper than that. It's not that. Sometimes, like, okay, for instance, girls cheat because they lack something in a relationship, like talking about mentally something in a relationship. Dudes cheat just for the lust. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say all millionaires and billionaires, they don't look at a girl and have lustful thoughts. Like, I'm not gonna say that at all, because 9 times out of 10, that millionaire billionaire is gonna meet somebody outside of their relationship that is going to make them, that is going to tempt them to do things. Yet it's up to you to do it or not to do it. But at the same time, if it's somebody that you have a type for, or somebody that you never seen before, or you think that they're really beautiful, or whatever the case may be, what you think gonna happen? They're gonna sit in a hotel room and play patty cake. Let's play patty cake, or let's go play a board game. No, ain't gonna play no board game. It's gonna be more talking than board game play. We know that for a fact. And I'm not saying that's right, but that's what's gonna happen, because that's the life that type of life, that lifestyle brings these type of actions. Not happy for it, but that's what happens. Not saying every relationship goes through that, but you can't sit here and tell me that every man and every woman that's been in a relationship has never flirted with somebody else, never have talked to somebody else on a certain type of level, or even looked at someone in a lustful way, somebody else in a lustful way. You can't tell me that, because that's not true.
People are going to be in a relationship or be married or be, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. You're still going to find other people attractive, which that is fine. You can look but not touch. That's the difference, okay? So you can do that. But my thing is, it's like, I'm just finding it hard for me to like wrap myself around the thought of, just because you're a millionaire, people are going to entice you. There's going to be temptations outside of just cheating. For a person who's an alcoholic and somebody's drinking in front of them, yes, they're going to be tempted. Somebody who was on drugs and somebody's doing drugs in front of them, yes, they're going to be tempted. But it's this thing called self-control. It's this thing called respect. It's this thing called not about avoiding the temptation and not doing it.
I got something for you. I got something for you, G. I know for sure. If you say no to this, bro, I swear I know. I swear if you say no to this, bro, you lying to the whole podcast.
Okay,
I swear.
go.
Now look.
Okay, go.
Dude, if Dwayne Wade Which is her favorite basketball player of all time. If Dwayne Wade was to talk to you and ask you on a date, and he wanted to build something with you, even though he's married, would you be his mistress?
No.
Shut the whole podcast. You lying.
I'm not lying.
G. You
I literally, when you asked, I knew you were going to ask that question. And in my mind and in my heart, I felt no reason to do that. Why? Because obviously I have more respect for them being in a marriage than I do about me being his mistress because he's Dwayne Wade. I'm not going to do that just because he's Dwayne Wade. Now, if he wants to talk to me about business or anything like that, then yes, because he's Dwayne Wade and he has that name. You feel me? And he's an entrepreneur. And he's a great businessman and a philanthropist. You feel me?
Listen, you trying to make your image pure. But why?
What do you mean?
You trying to make your image pure? Because it's like,
I'm not trying to make my image pure, but I'm trying to have common sense when it comes to a situation like that. Just because he's Dwayne Wade, he has millions of dollars and he's Dwayne Wade, that does not mean I am going to take the opportunity to have a date with him. That's just me. Okay, now if it was another female, they probably would take the opportunity.
Look, pause. Okay, that's you, right? That's you, and that's respectful. That's respectable. But at the same time, you can't talk for every woman out there that won't do that.
No, I can't.
Exactly. There's women that's going, and
you can't talk for every millionaire.
They gonna do something with you just because of your name. They're gonna do something with you just because of your name. So you might not do that, and it's plenty of hundreds of women, 100,000 women that's gonna stand behind you on that standpoint. But then you got the also other side of the women that's gonna be like, that's Dwayne Wade. Of course, I'm
right.
If trying to get a bag.
If the opportunity presents itself, I will do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Which is understandable for some women. But to me, self-respect to me is bigger than ego. So if you're going to let your ego overtake it and overthrow the self-respect that you have for yourself, and you're going to interfere in someone else's marriage, even though it's not your fault, if they approach you, obviously they have no respect for themselves and the relationship that they're in. So some people are going to take the opportunity because they see that they don't care. But there are some women out there, as in myself, that are going to politely decline, because even though you're my favorite player, even though I respect you as a father and I respect you as a man and how you carry yourself as a public figure, I'm still not going to do that. Like in the case of in CJ So Cool case, like he's just not there, and I there's no way I can help validate his wrongdoings. I can't get on the side of his statement saying, I'm a millionaire, I got it, I got diamonds, I got chains, I got the cars, I got the crib. Who wouldn't want me? Like, who wouldn't want to be in a relationship with me? Exactly. But that's the problem with millionaire men. Their egos got to be fed before they have respect.
You're not finna attack us guys. You're not finna do it. No, because there's millionaire women that do the same thing.
I'm not saying there are millionaire women out there who do the same exact thing. And they're in the same exact case with those millionaire men who do those same exact actions, right?
But it's not like all millionaires don't do that though. They don't do it.
That's what I'm saying. All millionaires don't do that, but we can't. I just can't tag that to what CJ. What I feel like CJ is saying is, because I'm a millionaire, people are just going to naturally draw themselves to me because I have the money and I have the cars. I have everything. I have a lifestyle. If they're not so up in life and whatever, and they don't have the kind of money I have, I can, people are going to leech to me because I have that. And so they think any chance that they have, either that be sleeping with me or doing anything like that, or trying to get in a relationship with me, they know they're automatically going to be on the come up, which is okay. Like I see that point in that and why some women do that. But for him to say, like, I cheated on my girlfriend, but I'm not a cheater, that's contradicting. You are a cheater. You cheated.
But he's saying he's not like what's the
He
word I'm
doesn't
looking for?
cheat. He
He's
doesn't
not,
cheat
but he's
regularly.
not like, he's not a cheater that. No,
What? A
it's
regular
not even
cheater?
that. He's a cheater. He's admitting he's a cheater. He's just saying like he's not a
No,
cheater.
he's
Like he's
not.
not somebody that
He's not
he's not
admitting
somebody
he.
that cheats like all like.
Bro,
I
he's
don't know.
not admitting,
I can't
bro.
really.
He's not, dude. I'm that's done. He's not admitting he's a cheater if he's saying I cheated, but I'm not a cheater. He says I'm not a cheater, but he cheats. Like, how are you not a cheater if you
He said
cheated?
he cheated on his girl,
But he's
but
not a cheater.
he's not a cheater, right?
He's
Meaning
a
like
cheater.
he
You
probably made a
cheated.
mistake. He probably made a mistake when he cheated, which he
Ev-
shows that he shows remorse for. But at the same time, it still makes you a cheater. I see how it's contradicting, but it's still
most people
like,
make mistakes.
you
Most
know,
people make mistakes when they're cheaters. Most people go cheat on the best people that they have in their lives just because their egos have to get fed. Just because they have a particular status, they think that they can just go ahead and do whatever. You
it ain't
have to
even that.
realize, yes, it is, bro.
It's lust, bro. I'm telling you,
Okay,
bro.
it's
From a
lust. Okay,
guy's
it's
perspective, it's
lust.
just lust.
Okay, it's lust too. It's lust for women too. For men and women, it's lust. Yeah, it could be lust. But you at the same time, like, you can have that, like, all I'm saying is you gotta be respectful, bro. That's it, bro.
You
Because
said
like
respectful.
yes, that's it. If my thing is with CJ's situation, y'all were no longer, y'all were boyfriend and girlfriend at first, right? And then you proposed to her. Now your intent is marriage. So now what CJ is showing royalty, yeah, I do this to you while we're engaged. I could only imagine what he would do once they're married. Because while you're in that engagement phase, some people will prove to you who they really are in that engagement phase.
I object.
What do you object to? What do you object to?
That don't no. Just because he cheated in the engagement stage does not mean he'll cheat when he married.
I mean, if you don't have the respect there, if you don't have the respect in your engagement, what do you think I'm going to assume that
it was it could be an accident. You don't know what happened at time he cheated. It could have been a whole accident. He could have been drunk.
Cheating is not an accident. Cheating is not an accident. It is not an accident. An accident.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying every time somebody cheat, it's an accident. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is basically that sometimes you get put in a predicament where you do follow through, but at the same time, you know that you did wrong. Like, you know, if you did wrong, and you know you're gonna try to make up for it that you did wrong. But it's still, at the end of the day, yeah, trust is lost. But sometimes you could cheat on accident. Like, I'm not saying, well, okay, that kind of sounds wrong, but you could cheat unintentionally. There we go. Cheat unintentionally.
You're telling me, this is in my mind, this is how I'm taking it. So you're telling me you're going to accidentally cheat, and then in addition to you accidentally cheating, we're going to forget
unintentionally.
Okay, we're going to forget about what we got at home.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
So what? You're gonna think about the people that's what?
Wait, what?
You said they're gonna think about the people at home?
No, I said wait, you just threw me up. No, I said no, of course they're not gonna forget.
That if you're not gonna forget, that makes the case worse. Makes it worse.
But if your significant other cheated on you, you're not gonna forget that they cheated. I mean, the house is probably gonna be a much different. The house is gonna be different for a long period of time, because when you cheat on somebody, that's pretty much that. That relationship is in the garbage, because it's not like it's not like, you know, you can work on it for many years. You can get help for it for many years, but at the same time, it's not gonna be the same.
No, it's not gonna be the same. And I heard this on a podcast. I'm not saying word for word because I'm not reading it, but like, some people, when you cheat, some people, like, when some people cheat, they're going through a phase in their relationship or their marriage that they're kind of like at a standstill. So for some people, in order for them to rejuvenate that, they cheat, and then some people work on that afterwards. Like they try to like revamp, regenerate, rekindle, or just start over basically in the relationship. But I don't understand why it has to take for y'all to for infidelity to occur in order for a shift to happen in your relationship. If CJ just didn't want to be in a if CJ didn't want to be in a relationship with Royce no more, he could have made that clear.
That ain't the case though.
What's the case?
Gee, listen. Feelings
What's
are
the
complicated,
case?
bro.
Yes, feelings
Listen,
are
they
complicated.
Cause it's like first off, he do want to be with royalty. Maybe he just don't know how to treat royalty. Maybe he just don't really know how to do it.
Then respect her enough to get out of the relationship if you don't know how to treat me.
He wants her.
If you want me and you don't know how to, if you want me and you don't know how to treat me, leave me. That's better for you and better. That's better for you and that's better for me.
Why would I let you go if I want to? I don't know how to treat you. I can learn. I can learn how to.
That's selfish.
But I can learn how to.
If you can,
you act like he's saying, bro, I'm gonna hold you hostage. All right, so you got to be mine until I'm ready to tell you can't be mine no more. No, that's not what he said.
No, to me, this is what CJ does. This is what he does. This is why royalty has not left yet. Okay, until now, right? If CJ has control over everything, and when I mean everything, I mean everything. That's harder for you to get out of a relationship who's controlling. CJ to me seems like he's the controlling person over the relationship. He controls every single aspect, whether that be money, whether that be them simply going on vacation, whether that them shopping for the kids, whether that be them buying a new car, buying a new house. He seems like he is the controlling type over everything. And to me, it doesn't seem like royalty has that much of an opinion. So when you're in a case like that, you have to figure out how you're going to break away with you having nothing. In the case of Chris and Queen walked away from that marriage with nothing, because he had control over everything, the finances, the YouTube page, the cars, the house. He had control over everything. She walked away from there with no money because he had access to all the bank accounts and she didn't.
What you mean? She walked away with nothing. What you mean?
She walked away.
I didn't hear about
Chris did not give her any money from that channel. Queen was not making her own money until she made her own channel.
How much money did she make from that channel?
Chris and Queen were
estimate?
Chris, I don't know. You probably got to go on the little YouTube thing and see how much they were making from those years. But they were on YouTube. So
you mean tell me like this dude stacked?
I mean, he was until he started splurging and partying and stuff like that and doing crazy stuff. And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly, and that's what I'm saying. For in the case of royalty, in that situation, it's hard for you to break away from a relationship like that because you're walking away with nothing, and you have to be bold enough to walk away with nothing. And then at the same time, you have to become smart. That's why royalty took over the kid's channel. That's why she made it her own channel, because at some point she was going to have to start making money her own self. That's why she has her business. That's why she has to start making money her own self, because she can't rely on CJ providing for her if she leaves. Well, he was going to provide for her if they left anyway. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as in her having any type of money from what they built and from what her kids provided for him.
Dang. Well, I mean, in that case, in that type of case, I don't really got nothing to really say, because because if my thing is, y'all, I just started watching CJ So Cool probably about 2-3 months ago. So I'm really new to like everything that's going on. So I didn't know he was a controlling person. I didn't even know that till now. So I mean, to be honest with you, I can't defend him no more if that's the case, because it's like I can't agree with people who are controlling and who like to bully other people, especially their significant other, especially a woman. Like, why are you trying to bully a woman? Like,
and then y'all have kids together, and then she has 3 kids herself. Like, the thing with me, why I'm more so on royalty side than I am on CJ's side, is because CJ built his career off of her kids. That's my take on it. Because when CJ was starting, yeah, he was doing reactions, he was up there or whatever, but he didn't really pump up until them kids got involved and he started pranking them and they started doing videos and stuff together. So from what he did mention on his live, yeah, they started together. They started low and they built up together, which I'm glad he admitted that he didn't build this whole empire himself. He had the help from royalty and her children. So it's like, I'm glad he took that initiative to say that, but it's like, I just don't like when you didn't build the success yourself and you're still controlling over the assets. Like, if anything, that account should be split between both of y'all. She should be able to go in that account and get what she need. Not only get money when you giving her money for her birthday or for Mother's Day, and now she got to stash that away and put it in her own bank account. And you give the kids money on their birthday and they got to spend that money themselves on them. I'm not saying he doesn't go shopping with them and all that type of stuff. I don't know what happens or who pays when they go shopping and stuff. But I just don't like the fact that he cannot fully admit that, like, admit you cheated, say you cheated, but admit that you're a cheater. You can't cheat and say you're not a cheater. You're a cheater. That makes no sense.
Everybody did a little dirt. I mean, you can't necessarily say that, because I mean, it's been times where some people, like I said, they've been put in a situation where, they're not proud of it, and they try that every day. They try their hardest to, make the relationship better, and try to learn from your mistake. But you're gonna make mistakes in life regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna make
So you
mistakes.
can't necessarily say, like, I mean, if you feel like cheaters are just terrible people and they should just be punished for their actions, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't agree with you, but at the same time, sometimes mistakes happen, even to the best relationships. I mean, look at De'Ara and Ken, like they all in the media right now for, De'Ara having, undercover relationship with, her makeup artist. And then, Ken is flirting with girls on Twitch. I mean, real relationships nowadays are rare. You'll be lucky to get one. And if you do, some people make it feel so amazing, and then they just turn around and just do you dirty. They just turn around and do you so wrong. So it's like kind of like imagine somebody in the water and they put up a picture of a mermaid and it look like a real mermaid, right? But then when you get over there, you swim over there, see like, oh, it's a whole different person. Like it's a whole different situation. That's what people make it look like. They make things look real when in reality
it's not.
It's the trashiest thing you ever seen. Like,
and I just want people to stop thinking with their private parts. Like, I don't think because you're a cheater, you're the scum of the earth and you shouldn't get a second chance and all that type of stuff. Honestly, if you're the cheater, it depends on the other person if they allow you to have a second chance. That's who's the victim in the situation. That's who's the person that you did not consider in the actions that you took. So to me, when you cheat, it's thinking. It's a thinking thing. I don't care if you're drunk. I don't care if you're sober. You think about your actions just like you do with anything else. And if you can't take into consideration the people that are involved, when you cheat, you're not just you're living in the moment for that however long you're cheating for, but it's the people who you affect that have to find out about it afterwards. So it
or you could just be a real man and say it. You could just be a real man and say it.
Exactly. You could be a real man and say it, but don't play the victim because you cheated, and don't try to flip it on the woman because she wasn't either providing you with something or she wasn't doing this and y'all wasn't doing that and this wasn't going on in a relationship. Don't play victim.
I'm not gonna say that's rare, but that's not likely that
No,
a guy would. I mean, I'm
likely.
not saying it can't happen. It's not necessarily likely for a man to step out on a relationship because he's not getting enough of something.
That
I'm not saying that
that's a
it's
reason.
rare, but I'm saying like but most of the time dudes cheat because, like I said, lust. I mean,
And
they want something with another woman. They just want to do it.
Okay, you just said it. They want something from another woman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because of something that is lacking at home, right? So you find something else
Not all the
from somewhere
time.
else. I mean, not all the
time.
not all the time, but for men who are in committed relationships, for men who are married, they
Okay,
step
then
out.
yes.
They
Then
step out
yes.
because there's something lacking at home. They step out because they're not getting what they want at home. So therefore, if you can't find it at home, you're gonna find it somewhere else, and then you're gonna come crawling back, and then you're gonna say, "Yeah, I cheated, I did this, I did that," but then you're gonna play the victim and blame it on your spouse, and that's not fair to them, and that's not smart. So it's like,
That's true, right? I can't argue with that.
So it's like you have to like, I just don't cheat. Don't cheat. Just because you're a millionaire and you have a specific status. For me, it's about, just for me, I'm just speaking for me. It's about dignity, respect, and not just respect for you, but respect for the person you're in a relationship. And respect for the people. If you're a public figure, respect for the people that is around you. Like, when you cheat, not only does it affect you, it can affect your management. It can affect your spouse if they got businesses going on. It can affect the future of your children and the path that they want to take on in their life later on. It affects everyone. Everyone that's in your life, it affects. So when you go out and cheat and your kids are in high school and they've been watching your daddy on YouTube for all these years, don't you think they're going to be talking to your kid about what happened? So now you got your kid going to school mad and pissed at you because of mistake that you made. Now they have the repercussions of what you did. Face the repercussions of what you did. So you have to take into consideration everybody, not just yourself, but in everybody. If you don't want to be in a relationship, then say that. If you're a man, say, I don't want to be in a relationship. If you're a woman, say, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. I feel like we're at a standstill and I don't see us working, and I don't want to hold you here in this relationship when I know you could have better. Too many people are settling because of the situation that they're in. Because just because you're in a relationship with somebody that has money and then he treats you bogus, but there's a man out there who's working an average job, who's a middle class person, but he can treat you better, and not only you better, but your kids better. Stop settling because you got a man that got millions of dollars. That man can be the most miserable person on earth and have millions of dollars and treat you like you're the scum of the earth in that relationship. Leave. Go do better. Go be better. Don't settle. Go be with somebody that's going to treat you better and treat your family better. Do better. Consider other people and not just you.
Or try to do better.
Someone try to do
Period.
Better. Don't try to do better. Do better.
No, just try to be better.
People will try to do better, but they still won't do better. So do better.
Okay, try to do better, because it's a situation that is very it could go many ways. But if you know that you cheated and you know it was an accident or whatever the case may be, just try never to do it again. Because if a girl give you a second chance, that means she really like you. Because if you cheat and the girl be like, I'm done with you,
and she loves you for all of you, man or woman, if they take you back after the first hiccup, the first mistake, exactly. Whatever.
Because
they take you back, they love you.
That's right. Yeah. If they take you back, they love you. But if they break up with you the first time, do it.
They don't, exactly. And you cheat that first time, some people just gonna be like, good riddance. That's it. You cheated. And you know that I don't like cheaters, but you still went out and cheated, and you didn't respect what I didn't like and what I don't allow.
Okay. going back to the matter of fact, okay. Going back to, like I said, if it's a accident to unintentionally, okay,
I accidentally cheated.
just don't do it again. Simple.
I accidentally cheated. I got in a car accident.
I'm not. You can't tell your girl you accidentally cheated. Don't say that. Don't say. Now you could
But
say
then it's
now
not an
if it really
accident.
was unintentional. If it was unintentional, like for real, I mean, like you could like talk to her about it, but like don't leave. Like tell her the truth.
But
But
think
if it was
about
unintentional, which happens sometimes, cheating is not always. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do it because I'm lacking something at home, or I don't like that girl no more. Like no, that's that. I mean, people do that, but that ain't nah. But if you know in your heart that you have a good heart and you made a mistake, learn from the mistake, accept the accountability, and try to make your woman try to get your woman back. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you don't do it again, or don't put yourself in a predicament to do that again, because it's gonna be predicaments where you're gonna be put in that you may be tempted to cheat. Don't cheat though. If you got a good sense of mind, don't cheat. But if you know what I'm saying, but if you got them thoughts going through your head and things start and you start to drink, if you a loose drinker, don't drink. You can't go to the club. If you a loose drinker, you go to the club, you know damn well your friends should put you out the club after a certain amount of time. Cause it's like, oh, he a loose drinker. He gonna cheat on his girl if you do that. Cause if they know that, they gonna try to set you up, especially if they want your girl, dude. Especially if they want your girl, or if your girl like other girls. Another girl might be like, oh, I want that girl, so I'm finna try to set them. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game, y'all. That's all I gotta say. It's a dirty game. So it's just like you gotta be careful. You can't just be going out here doing what you want to do especially if you're in a committed relationship, because that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? If you tell somebody you love them, but then at the same time you seeing other women, don't why do that?
right.
Because what you doing is you hurting her, and her heart is broken. So when she actually gets the chance to meet a good dude, she's
You
gonna
making it worse for
reject him.
her.
Exactly. She's gonna reject him, and then she's gonna go back in the race and do the cycle all over again with the same type of dude that she just went out with.
And
That's
that's why
exactly
I'm
what y'all doing.
saying, and that's why I'm saying you have to consider the people you have involved. You cannot just go out there and unintentionally or intentionally cheat. Think about how that makes someone feel when you say, I unintentionally cheated. I didn't mean to cheat. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who've been in a relationship, who've heard their spouse has cheated, or girlfriend or boyfriend or fiance has cheated, and they say, I unintentionally cheated. I didn't mean to cheat. Think about how that makes the other person feel. Like, terrible. It would make them feel terrible. Because you obviously so you're telling me you weren't thinking before you did it. Like,
I mean, that happened.
I just can't. Maybe I'm pissed at the situation because I can't. I don't tolerate cheating because I don't. To me, it's at that point you don't have respect for yourself or respect for the other person. But there are some people who are like, okay, if you cheat one time, or some people will be like, or one day for me, which I'm not gonna wish this over my life, if I'm in a relationship and they cheat, some people I could change my mind and be like, if you cheat one time, or if they do cheat, if you tell them I don't condone cheating, and they cheat, accidentally cheat or whatever, and I take them back, and I know that they're not a bad person, and I know that they can improve and they can do better, I'm always going to have that in the back of my mind that you cheated. I could forgive but never forget. So when I start moving differently, as in, like in the case of most people that are on the internet, I want your passwords, I want this, I want all that. I'm not going to ask for that. Like him and I were having this conversation earlier today. I'm not going to ask for that at the beginning of our relationship. I'm not going to do that because we're building trust. And at that point, You're gaining my trust and you have my trust. Now, when you've broken my trust, you can't be mad at the repercussions that you have to pay. As in you giving me your passwords to your social media, to your phones, all of that. You can't be mad that I requested that because you cheated. Therefore, you've taken away the trust that we've built because you don't
There
care.
shouldn't be a relationship with that after that. Then
No, you're right. It shouldn't be a
I don't
relationship
agree
after
with.
that.
And I don't agree with the giving each other the social media passwords and all of that. Like if you get to that type of
Where you don't trust,
non-trust, yeah, like get out of that relationship, because that means that
that's
relationship is
toxic.
pretty much over with. It's that's not no. That's because I mean you might as well do what you want to do, you know. But at the same time, like don't cheat. Like, I mean, it's that simple. Like, don't do it. I mean, you gonna be put in predicaments where you are, but just don't do it. And if you know you crazy off the drug or you crazy, drinking or whatever, don't just go home or tell your friend to drive
Have
you
people
home
around,
or
right?
something.
Have people around you that know who you are and
Your
how you
situation,
are,
yeah,
and they know your
yeah,
situation, and good people that'll pull you out before you get too deep in. Have people around you that's gonna stop you in your tracks because they know who you are. So have people around you that's gonna do that. Don't just be taking these people out here that's with you because you got the bread, you got the cars, you got the chains, you got the rings, you got all of that. You could dress well, and they're around you for that, and they're not around to be a friend.
yeah.
Don't surround yourself with people like that, because then you're gonna find yourself in a situation where you can't trust good people when they're trying to
Right.
stop you from stuff like that.
Matter of fact, if you rich, act broke. Which goes into our next question, which is how should you carry yourself when you're rich? You should act broke. You should be
You
shopping at
act
Walmart.
broke.
You should be shopping at Marshalls or J.C. Penney or
Period.
Target. You should be shopping at places
Rainbow.
where your shirts are like $5 or $10 or $15. Like if you want to keep your money,
Live
you
beneath
you
your
have to
means.
be. Yes, exactly. You have to do that. Like you have to carry, when you're rich, you have to carry yourself in a very presenting way. Like you can't be out here like say for matter of fact, you could wear a whole Nike suit, a whole Nike jumpsuit, right? Just don't wear no chains. You could have a nice watch on, but I wouldn't recommend you buy all diamond encrusted watch. I mean, you're stop trying to basically show out for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Show out for yourself. You don't have to go outside with all of these diamond chains on, watches, rings, bracelets, double watches, double diamond watches on your wrist. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, stop doing that, because you just wasting money. You trying to make yourself look good for other people. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you a secret. The world don't care. They don't care how you dress or you look. They don't care.
But the sad
Dude,
thing
you could
is,
have a pair. Huh?
you said, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like you could have like a pair of Balmains, dude. It's like 3 million other people with the same pair.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Because you're you, nobody cares.
But
Literally.
we're not saying don't splurge and don't treat yourself. That's if you're working hard. And obviously you've
Even
worked hard
still,
enough. And that's even if you worked hard enough, and obviously that's why you're in the position that you are. You're a millionaire or billionaire, whatever. Or not even
right.
a millionaire or billionaire. If you're living upper mid class, then yes, okay, you could still splurge and treat yourself. That's like saying you and
Mm.
I not working our butts off like we're said we're going to this year and continue to this year, and by whatever time period we said, and we go get our dream cars. No,
Right.
we're still, because we worked our butts off, we're going to go get our dream cars because we've earned
Right.
that right to go do so. So
And that's
because
perfectly fine.
that's fine, but still like you can like, it's sad to where we come to a point in the world where you cannot treat yourself because people are going to think you're you're doing too much, or you can't
Right.
go out there, and if you want to go get you a nice looking chain, go get you a Cartier bracelet, or go get you a nice looking ring or something like that, or get you a new car, a new house, or whatever, stuff like that. It's crazy that we got to a point where people look at you crazy because you do that, or people judge you, or because you're treating yourself. Very much so. Treat yourself because you're working hard.
Right, but treat yourself accordingly. Like,
yeah,
that's all. That's all we saying. Like, I'm not the jealous type. If anything, I'm more of like the supportive type. So, like, if I see a rapper who bought a new house or he bought like 2 new cars, like, I'll congratulate him. I'll be like, oh, that's cool, that's cool.
Because you worked for it.
At the same time, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, rappers be buying dumb stuff. Like,
facts,
for
and that's why they don't be having
like,
no money.
Lil Uzi with the diamond in his forehead. Like, he paid $1 million. He paid $1 million for something like that, and it was like,
to be excuse me.
Why? Well, not $1 million. He paid a good amount of money for it, but at the same time, just like, why? What was your purpose? Now, like, what happens if you hit your head and it comes out, or it does something? Now you die. Like,
that's disgusting.
I don't get that. And then, another thing is that I don't get, why do rappers mod out their cars to a point where it's like they just want to show off how much real money they got, and it's like, we know you rich. We know. Dude, you got 2 Pateks on your wrist. You got diamond chain worth $2.5 million. You got 7 cars. You got 8 children. Then on top of that, you got like 4 mansions. Then with that, you probably got like 18 king bedrooms. Then you got like you got a maid, you got a chef, then you got a butler. Like, we know you got all of this, right? So why are you still trying to
flex,
show off? Why? What's the purpose? This is why rappers get robbed. This is exactly why they get shot. This is exactly why people envy them, because it's not the fact that they getting money. It's not that they like, everybody love to see people get money, but it's how you use the money is what's influencing people to do these things to other people.
Or people admire what you have and how you've gotten to where you are, and they can see that, hey, if I'm in a tough position, if I'm watching all these YouTubers starting off at ground zero and I see they making millions of dollars, I know I can do the same exact thing, as long as I figure out how to not only be my only authentic self and show who and display who I really am. Then I know I can attain the same exact thing. But there's different levels and ways how you can portray that, so people can be inspired to do the same thing that you're doing.
All right. But still, easier at the end of the day. Just, I don't understand why you got to go to social media to just show off what you got, and how much real money you got, and it's just like, what's the purpose? Like,
not you buying a new car every week and you showing off every week you got a new car.
You can't sit there with $100,000 in each hand, so you got $200,000, and you think that nobody gonna rob you, bro, or want to rob you or try to rob you, and you ain't worried about it because you got your gun, right? What if your gun jam?
Or what if you don't got security that day?
Hey, yeah. What if you ain't got security today? Well, what if your homeboys ain't with you? What if your car door won't open?
Right.
What if your car? What if your car's not bulletproof?
Right.
Then what? What if they shoot all inside your car? Then what?
I don't.
All because of what? All because you had $200,000 in your car.
All right.
Or you had watches, chains. So if you rich, stop trying to show off. Live your life in peace. Like I would say, walk in the darkness. Stop walking towards the light. And what I mean by that is, you don't need to show everything that you got going on. Stop posting on social media what you got going on. Just go do it. If you finna go buy a car, don't tell nobody you finna go buy a car. Just pop up with a car. If you got a whole mansion, you got a big mansion, you just bought, bro. Show people that you in a house and be like, oh, I just got my first apartment today. You don't need to get them no tour. See, these YouTubers need to stop doing that because they were showing them people their tours, and guess what? People came in their house and robbed their ass. Don't know how they got the address or the load. They just
and they got to consistently move because they,
exactly
doing too much. But
stop doing that.
I think there has to come to a point like where we're not supposed to boast. Like
We're not at all. We're not supposed to
boast
at all. Rappers showed us how to do that. Rappers are the first people to do that. That's where that came from.
In the music industry, period. MTV Crib showing you this, that, and that. Like,
yeah, and them too. Like TV shows too. Like if all of that stopped right now, bro, everybody would stop. If my favorite rapper was still alive and he was doing all of that, he stopped doing all of that, you would never see me post anything I do in my life. Even though I don't still do it now. I don't post nothing about my life. Just know I'm successful. Know that. But I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing. If Tupac was still alive right now and he had all his chains and his stuff on, that's because he's trying to show y'all he came from being poor to rich. But these rappers showing you that, man, I lived in the hood, not even from the hood, been from the burbs. They lived the whole perfect lifestyle. Now they talking about they gangster. How that work? Where you gangster from?
The South suburbs.
The South suburbs. Right. And so me and Ari, we go outside every day and we hear gunshots. No, you want to know what we hear when we walk outside? Birds chirping.
Facts.
Literally, right now, birds are chirping right now.
Facts.
That's where we live. You don't walk outside and the first thing you see is a gunshot go past your head. Like, no, it ain't even like that.
Trust me, I've lived through that already. I don't need to live through it again.
Right, exactly. Then why would you want to go back? And it's just like, well, there ain't no purpose to, to show off or nothing like that. Especially in our city, we can't do that. We definitely can't do that. We stuck. We can't do that. You can't go downtown with your chains and your watches on.
Oh no, these people don't care where you are, who you are, and where you've been. They're going to do any and everything to you to get what you have.
They will do,
and that's not only in this city. That's that's everywhere.
They'll do you dirty in front of the police station. If they robbed you in front of a police station, they will leave you there to die in front of a police station. They don't care.
They'll put your whole body in a dumpster on the side of the police station.
They don't care, bro. Exactly. Like we can't sit here with chains and jewelry on flashing. We can't ride in a Benz downtown or through the hood. We can't. Well, you can.
Well, you're downtown.
People in the hood
you can downtown. You can ride downtown.
Not really. They carjacking people downtown.
They do carjack, but you can ride it downtown if you live in a condo that you got a parking garage in. Do that, boo boo.
That ain't even safe neither, because some of them dudes know how to get in there. Like, it
but
don't
think
matter.
About it. We go downtown.
Chicago
when we go
is
downtown,
the worst place. Listen, Chicago is the worst place to come to if you're the type of person that you are gonna stunt your jewelry, all of that. It's not the place to come to for that, because they will rob you.
Because look, these people are always coming up with creative ways to steal, do anything. Okay, these people was carjacking months ago. All right, they were stealing cars with you in the car at the red light, pulling you out the car, holding you at the gunpoint, and taking your car. Literally, they was doing that in broad daylight and at night. They don't care. So it's like, y'all, you, regardless of where you live, be aware of what is going on, man. Like, yes, like you have the right to splurge. You have the right to go get your dream car. You have the right dream cars. If that's what you have the right to go purchase your dream house. You have the right to do all of those things because you've worked your butt off to attain those things. But unfortunately, in today's society, you have to learn how to move differently because of people's choices. And that's unfortunate. We can't just, go and buy a $2.5 million car and leave it sitting outside of your garage instead of pulling in your garage. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. Right. Like you can't go purchase you a Bugatti and leave your gate open and leave your car parked in front of your garage instead of pulling it in. You can't do that.
First off, you can't even, bruh, don't even think about going to the hood in no Bugatti. First off, dude, you will park that to go in the store real quick, dude.
That's
you
it, it's
come
gone.
out,
By the
bro,
time you
your
come outside,
wheels
it's
gone. Yo, not even the car gone, your wheels gone, bro. They taking off they taking if you got bolts, they take those off, bro. They gonna take your headlights, they gonna even take the Bugatti sign. Now
they didn't figure it out. These people will figure out. These people exactly. These people have figured out how to break a car down in less than 2 minutes. They can do it, okay? Exactly. And people are finding clever ways to steal car parts from out of your car and walking right away.
They take car parts. Oh yeah, they sell it too.
They will be right on They will be right on Craigslist or eBay, selling these joints like it's theirs and they bought them. No, they got your car part with your VIN number on it and they took it. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, once you're a millionaire, unfortunately, you have to move differently. It's not the same as being middle class. Or, well, it is because it don't matter. If you middle class or you millionaire, the same thing will happen.
Middle class, that's two different classes, man. It's different now. It's different now. Because it's big differences, but at the same time, it ain't, because middle class is just basically, like, to be honest with you, it's really average, to be honest with you. If you make over, I think, what, 25,000?
I think it might be 20. I think it might be 25,000 over that.
25,000.
Then you're considered middle class. But to me, that's not even middle class. To me, that's still living way beneath your means. Who can live off of $25,000 a year? Let me know. When rent is $900, $1,000, especially in this state. Oh, please. Making $25,000. Making $25,000 a year.
Gee, look, listen. I just seen a post. It was like it was on Facebook. It had showed like how much you need to make in order to live in each state. Dude, it said that you need to make $22 in Illinois in order to live here.
$22 an hour or $22 a day?
An hour. Because remember, the apartments are over, like, they're literally, to get decent apartments, you're paying like $1,200, $1,200.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. For you to have an updated kitchen, or if you have an updated bathroom and not just the wood cabinet in the one glass mirror or medicine cabinet, and then the views. It depends on where you live.
Let me tell you something. If you live in Illinois, you either better have a roommate, or you better have a real super good job. You better have you and your significant other need to split. Y'all need to split, because Illinois rent ain't no joke.
Oh,
like, it's really expensive out here, bro. Like, it's expensive, bro.
Even mortgages, depending on where you are, depending on your area and what they're making every year, depends on how much you're going to be paying in your mortgage.
Right. Well, I don't know too much about houses though, because I don't want a house on 30, because I actually want to live in a skyline condo during my 20s, because it just symbolizes that, I want to work on myself, and I obviously want my views, whatever, but at the same time, everything in Illinois is just expensive, man. It's not cheap to live here. You gotta work. Like, you gotta work to get what you need out here, because the only good apartments you getting is in the hood.
And like, for example, right, and those apartments are not good apartments.
What, in the hood?
They decent apartments.
They got some decent apartments. I mean, it just
they're starting to build better stuff in the hood, low key.
I mean, it just depends on what part.
Yeah, sure, that's fair.
I found some nice apartments on 51st, but 51st is
not a
that
good
whole area. Not a good area. It's not like place to be.
Nah. And that's the problem. They will place these nice places. They will plop these nice places, nice newly updated places in a bad area.
I mean, because they know somebody in the hood gonna pay for it. All they gotta do is keep raising the rent and just give them a reason why. Because black people, we argue, we fight for our rent and stuff like that. But at the same time, we not gonna. Some of us black people don't really want problems. Like, I'm not a problematic person. Like, if my what the people call
landlord.
Yeah, landlord. If my landlord raised my rent just because, oh, we gotta raise the rent because of the area, whatever. I'm not the type to argue. I just be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get the man his money every month, even if it's a little more. But if it comes to be out of a reachable point, then it's like I'm not tripping, because in the hood they're gonna charge you less because they already know about the gun violence. But some people
Exactly.
stand 10 toes behind they idea and be like, you got to pay this much to live here in this hood, and it's like, dude, I can't even walk to the store. I walked to the store. This dude checked me and was like, "You a gang member?" He's like, no, I don't even know what's going on over here. I just moved here. Like they don't like, it's just a bunch of chaotic stuff, even around like just trying to go see one thing. Like you could go just anywhere to see the apartment. But it's like now you gotta check the area. You gotta see if it's any robberies in the area. You gotta see if it's any home
High
invasions. You gotta see
crimes, like
violence,
carjacking.
yeah, gun violence or whatever the case may be. Dude, it's so bad, dude. I'm pretty sure everybody in Chicago got a gun. Everybody,
Practically.
everybody, even the white people.
Practically, exactly.
I swear to God, I kid you
They
not,
got
bro. I
'em.
was walking around town. This white lady had a strap on her back. She was with it, for real.
Period.
You
Period.
know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you just gotta be careful nowadays. This shit crazy. It's crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, when you're rich, you just gotta carry yourself to a certain extent, man. But anyways, we're gonna get to the last question, and we're gonna briefly wrap up this last question, which is what do you think the hardest part about being a millionaire is? In my belief, I think the hardest part about being a millionaire is all the handouts. Everybody wants to just want a piece of your money. They don't care about you or your well-being. They just want a piece of it. And that's my mentality about being rich. So even when I get to be super rich, my favorite answer is gonna be no, it's definitely no, 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 no. Because at the end of the day, dude, everybody, you gotta make sure people care about you before you even say yeah. Because some people would be like, you ain't talked to them in 3 years. They'd be like, hey, can you help me out with this situation? It's like, no, like I don't even talk to you no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the messed up part about it. Money brings everybody out, no matter who it is. People that you hate, if somehow come into your life and try to, you know what I'm saying, ease everything, just ease right into your life again. And it's just like, why? What are you here for? Like you did me wrong and now you want a handout from me? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just the hardest part about being a millionaire is everybody just wanting a piece of what you got. They don't care about you. Don't care about what you got going on. You could be the saddest dude in the world. They don't care. They'd be like, man, oh, it's gonna be all right. Cool. You'll be all right. You'll be straight. Pat you on the
Can I
shoulder.
hold
And then,
50K?
yeah, yeah. You'll be all right. Can I have $20,000? Because you know, you can't even show me attention for 5 minutes. Yeah, you want some money. That's why rich people are miserable. Not all of them, but majority of them, they miserable. Because you can't tell somebody like you or like you for what you got.
That's true. And I feel like that's even for the same with people that's not wealthy. I feel like you could still go through that right now if you're living fairly and you're living good right now, even though you don't have 6 figures, 7 figures in the bank, but you're making 6 figures. People are still going to come to you, like, because they care about what you can provide them monetarily and not what you can provide them just for, just being a close friend or being, a companion or being there when you need them. And that's why when I'm wealthy, it's going to be completely different for me, because to me, I'd rather be wealthy than rich, because rich is temporarily, wealth is generational. And that's why I'd rather be wealthy, because I can keep it in my family forever and it can keep going. And I don't want to be the person that's the one hit wonder, or like most of these people are one hit wonders and they just making money quick and easy and quick and fast, but they don't know how to keep that money and get other people to carry that money on forever.
Yeah.
And so I think one of the hardest part for people who are up there, who are in that, which I agree with you, that in that status, I agree with you. Some people are just going to come to you for handouts because they know you have it, so they expect for you to give it
Exactly.
because you
Which
have it.
goes back
And
to
that's
carrying yourself.
exactly, and that's not exactly, go back to carrying yourself. And And unfortunately, some people have to get to that point where they're the no person, where they're the no woman, where they're no man, where they're just saying no, no, no all the time. Because in the beginning, when you're making that money, you have to establish yourself as, look, I'm here for y'all when y'all need me, but I'm not going to be your bank. Okay. I'm not going to be giving y'all money whenever y'all need money and all that type of stuff. If you want to start this, little business or whatever, you've been telling me this business idea for the past 15, 20 years, but you haven't had the money to do so. And if I come up on the money, that's on me to make that decision if I want to invest in you. If I feel in my heart and in my gut that it's going to be successful. But in some points, yeah, in life you're going to have trial and error, and if I give you that money and it doesn't work out, then okay, that was my decision to let you borrow that money.
That's my thing too. That's another thing. Like if you rich, bro, you need to be best friends with your investor, and you need to be best friends with your assistant, and you need to be best friends with your account manager. Those are three people that you need probably most best in your life. Because for one, if somebody hits you with a business idea, like say for instance, they want to build like a grocery store, or they want to do something like that and put like their own little amenities in it, right? You want to make sure that they go through those three people first before they even get to you. Because it's like when they get to me, I'm the decider. You know what I'm saying? I'm the say like, okay, I'm gonna put it in there. Right.
But that's right, but agreed. But that's on you to talk to your financial advisor to get advice and make sure that if this is a good decision or a bad decision, because you need to talk to people who've been in those situations or have experience in those situations. Or even if they, they've been managing other people and been great financial advisors and taught themselves financial literacy and have been, advising people for years or whatever, stuff like that. But you, like you said, you make the final decision, and you have to seek out to other people to see if it's the best decision for you to make. But ultimately you make the final choice. So you gather the information, you go to someone for guidance, and then after that you collect, you think, and you make that final decision to make sure that was the right decision for you to do.
Yep. So
that's important.
There you go. That's important though. Y'all need to remember that. Especially if you're gonna be rich one day, you need to have those three people in your life.
Wealth, y'all. Wealth.
Yep.
Be wealthy, y'all. That's important. always pray for wealth, health, love, and wealth. I mean, wealth, health, love, and happiness. Those are super duper important. Most importantly, health, y'all. Pray for health first, because we all need great health. We don't have good health.
Ooh.
How are we think we're going to survive being wealthy or having any kind of money?
You know what?
You got to make sure that you're good up here before you good right here.
Right. You know what? Also, we probably gonna make a part 2 to this, but also you need a good woman.
Facts, or man, or a companion, or man, whatever,
to
spouse.
get you to where you need to be. Because I mean, I think this was Bill Gates who said this, but he was like, I'm not sure how exactly how the quote went, but he was like, one woman can basically make you, put you in a position to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, if you don't have a significant other that's pushing you to do what you want to do and to become the greatest that you can be, you need to look for somebody else. Seriously, on a serious note, no matter how much you love that person, because if they're not getting you to a position where you're going to be prospering, and just leave it alone. Just go
and don't
ahead.
be so hesitant, and don't be hesitant to let go.
Yeah.
If it's time to let go, let go.
Facts.
You're not only holding yourself back, but you're holding them back. Okay. Y'all also have to take that into consideration as well. But y'all, it's super important that y'all have somebody that is supportive of you and what you want to do. But nobody can push you to do better and be better if you don't want it for yourself. You gotta recognize and see that you want to do better and attain better. before anybody else can do it. You can have the greatest motivators in the world. You can have the best people beside you to push you, but they are not your mind. They do not tell you to, hey, flip the switch and let's be better. Let's do great. Let's change our actions so we can be better. But it's always great to have somebody in your corner that's gonna push you and say, hey man, you lacking in this area and you said you wanted to be better in it. So you need to get yourself together. So it's great to have people in your corner that's gonna push you to do so, right?
Yep. Thanks. If not people, a person.
Yep. A person. A
Yeah,
person.
a person.
A person.
But that concludes our main topic. We're gonna more than likely probably make a part 2 to this because
Sure. It's a great topic.
Yeah. I most definitely feel like the last part was a great topic because it's like, you know, can a woman really make you successful? If she
Or
really,
can a
if she
man
really,
make you, or a man can make you successful? I think
or can a
we're
man
not
make
gonna
you
go into it. We're not gonna go into it because we'll be on this for a whole
deep
nother
conversation?
hour.
Wow.
But yeah, that concludes, like you said, that concludes this
Yeah.
topic. Let us know in the comments
How
down
y'all feel
below
about it?
how y'all feel about it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have to carry yourself a specific way once you attain the status financially that you've always wanted to be in?
Mhm.
And if when you have money, are you enticed to cheat? Okay, let us know in the comments down below what y'all think.
Which is
y'all
true.
y'all have heard us say our opinions on it. But y'all know we finna take y'all into the pump up section. That is our second to last segment. Whatever, I just had a brain fart. Second to last segment before we hit y'all off and see y'all next episode. So pump them up section, I pump them up segment. Y'all know we shout people out that are doing great things not only in their communities but around the world and in the country. People that are affecting people's lives positively. That's what we're about. We are a positive podcast. We talk about things that are important to us. We love having conversations that are uncomfortable. We want to have conversations that make people uncomfortable, y'all. This podcast is so much to us, and the purpose for this podcast is so big, and the reasons that we do this podcast is super duper important to us, and it's important that we accomplish those things with the help of y'all. And that's why we're shouting out people for the pump them up second, because not only have they've been doing great things, not only for themselves but for people around them, because it's about the support of people, the support by people, whether that be their subscribers or followers and all type of stuff that has gotten to the point that they are in. That's why we're shouting people out, because we support people that are doing great things. So for this pump them up, we're going to be shouting out advocating mental health. The Instagram is advocating.mental health. Her name is Jasmine. She's 20. She's an advocate for mental health, and she encourages serenity, courage, and wisdom. She has a very encouraging and informative Instagram page. She gives like, for example, one moment. She gives an example of like tips for meditation and all that type of stuff, so you can learn how to meditate, or things to remember if you're having a bad day. If it's okay to have a bad day, it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to take a break. Asking for help is brave. Small steps are also progressive.
Question.
You're capable of many things. Yes.
Does she have any advice about love, I guess you could say?
Let me see.
Not saying that I need it or anything, guys. I'm just asking.
She might actually have some. I see she has a little quote that says love yourself first. Stuff about anxiety, and stuff about how to stop an anxiety attack, giving people the opportunity to vent in her comments, like self-care recipes and all that type of stuff like that. So it's a very, very encouraging Instagram. Y'all should go check it out. It's at advocating.mental health. Her name is Jasmine. She's 20, should be 21. On June 19th, it says here. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and support her, because she's advocating mental health, and that's super duper important. Y'all know how important mental health is to us. It's the end all be all. Mental health is the end all be all. You gotta be great mentally in order for you to do anything in life. So like I said, her Instagram is advocating.mental health. Y'all go follow and tell her that Anchor practically sent y'all. So to our last segment, y'all know we do our destination game. Our destination games keep y'all interacted and make sure y'all are staying involved with us. Make sure y'all listening all the way to the end of the podcast and staying after that and listening to the destination game and guessing the right place. Like we said, this place could be a city, a country, a continent, a state. It could be anything. It could be a body of water. It could be anything. But
what? What?
Water,
what?
It could be a body of water. It could be the Atlantic.
Oh.
It could be the Pacific Ocean. It could be anything.
All right, let me get y'all the detail, huh?
Yep. I was about to say you finna give it to him. So give it to him. Give him the facts.
I'm the Don.
All right.
All right, the population is 44.94 million. Second largest country in South America, 8th largest country in the world. The Spanish arrived in 1516 and rules the country for 300 years. In 1806, a British force overpowered Spanish military in Buenos Aires and attacked the Falkland Islands, also called the Malvinas Islands. Local residents later recaptured the capital, but never regained control of the Falklands. These events led to the loosening of Spain's grip on the country, and in 1816, they claimed their independence. Known to be super rich in animal species, the coast of Patagonia is home to elephant seals, fur seals, penguins and sea lions, sharks, orcas, dolphins, and salmon swim in the waters off the Atlantic coast.
Period. So those are y'all clues. We gave y'all 5 clues. Y'all take those 5 clues and y'all try to figure out this place. So in order for y'all to be qualified to get shouted out for the next podcast, y'all have to obviously name the correct place. And in addition to that, y'all can either drop your own personal Instagram or social media in general. If you have a business, you could tag that as well, and we will shout that out in the next episode at the end of the destination game. So y'all follow those rules. Y'all make sure y'all do all of that. And once again, for those who are new, thank you for being here. Those who have been here from the beginning, what's up? We appreciate y'all. Like I said, if y'all watching us on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, make sure y'all turn on y'all notification bell so y'all are notified when we drop on Mondays and Thursdays. Those who are listening to us audio wise on Apple Podcasts and Google Play, what's up? Make sure y'all rate us so we can get on other people's recommended page. So that concludes the end of Anchor, practically season 2, episode 4. Season 2, episode 4. That's what this is. So thank y'all for listening. Y'all know we end our thing off. We end our podcast off with a prayer because God is great. Okay. So we're gonna end it off with our prayer. For those who are listening, y'all close your eyes, bow your head. Unless you're driving. If you're driving, just listen to our prayer. So close your eyes, bow your head, y'all. God, I thank you for your love, tender grace, and your mercy. I thank you for allowing us to see another day. I ask that you continue to protect us from any hurt, harm, or danger. I pray that you allow us to live purposeful lives that will give you glory. Protect us, guide us, and shape us into the people that you've called us to be. I pray that you allow us to have wonderful days, weeks, and the rest of the year. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all for listening and watching.